very excited to have her on the podcast. I had the chance to call her matches or first defense of the United States Women's Championship on Netflix for our French Canadian audience. The one, the only Chelsea Green. How you doing?
I'm so good. I have my beautiful, beautiful new piece of jewelry here. My United States Championship sitting beside me. I just had a good workout. I had a good coffee. Life's good.
Okay, so what's your coffee? What kind of coffee you take?
I'm doing a little Americano with a bit of oat milk and lots of sugar.
Oh, for sure, lots of sugar. Okay,
Lots of sugar, baby. It's no Timmy House double double, but it'll do.
The Timmy double double can be beat. But listen, I have so many things I want to talk to you about. So let's get to it right now. Number one, how does it feel that forever and ever, your name is forever linked with that championship by being the first?
Forever, it feels amazing. I mean, look, it's such an honor. I always hoped that in my career I could make an impact, that I could leave a legacy, that I could be part of women's wrestling history. But for this to be my legacy is something I could have never dreamt of. I'm truly honored.
So it's very special because your husband Mark Cardona was on one of my shows in Quebec, and they hated him. And then you in Quebec, everybody seems to love you. Every time you show up in Montreal, everybody else. What's that connection like for you? Because, I mean, the crowd loves you here.
Well, here's the thing. I try to explain this to my coworkers at WWE. In America, they claim states and cities. We don't do that. We just claim all of Canada. We just support all Canadians. We don't care if you're east, west, north, south. It does not matter. So I knew coming back that was going to be the case. I'm Canadian. Hello, I'm going to show out. I'm going to wear my Canadian outfits. I'm going to wear, my hockey teams, all that. But it truly feels so good coming back to Canada. I really can't explain it because it just feels like home. It doesn't matter where in Canada I go. It feels like home.
Now we need to speak about them fits because you are putting a show every week. Every week I'm sitting down, I'm like, what is she going to do now? You went from the tutu to the All-American. How much time do you put into that?
Oh, that's all I think about. I'm a girly girl, okay? Like, don't get me wrong. When I get home, I put my sweatpants off. I take my makeup off. I am totally chill in that sense. But when it comes to wrestling gear, I am thinking nonstop about the package I want to bring to the audience. And I just think that there's something so fun about kids being able to, I mean, not just kids, adults too, being able to dress up as me. I want people to be able to wear Halloween costumes and someone look at it and say, that's Chelsea Green. So I hope, as time goes on, that's what's going to happen.
Now, Elimination Chamber is home. No, Canada, Toronto. Look, Pat and I, we wish we're going to be there. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Crisscross. We hope they got to give us a table so we can comment in from ringside. We're crossing. But it's going to be in Canada. Hopefully you have a match. What does it feel to be defending that championship home? Because it's going to be like your Bret Hart coming back to Canada.
I mean, it's going to be I haven't even thought about that. I haven't even thought about defending my championship on SmackDown on February 28th or Elimination Chamber on March 1st. I've thought about coming home and I've thought about being back, but I haven't thought about the fact that I get to bring my championship. So that is really, really exciting, really nerve-wracking. And, no matter what, I just want to make Canadians proud. That's all. Yeah. That's all. It's simple.
With all the changes, we're going on Netflix. For us in Canada, it's crazy change. It's crazy change. Everything's on Netflix right now, and we're very happy because they chose us. But a lot of changes about how we watch the product. A lot of changes about the time allowed for performance on the air. How do you juggle that? Because you went from having little itty-bitty segments to a little bit more to now you're having 15 to 20 minutes of TV.
Honey, I was born for this, okay? I've been doing this 20 years. I show up at work. If you want to give me 30 seconds or 30 minutes, I'm going to fill that time. I'm going to make sure it's memorable, and I'm going to go home happy. And you know what? It doesn't matter to me. I am showing up and just trying to make the most of it, and I'm sleeping well at night. And, it is really exciting, like, to get more time, but
Yeah.
I think it's not about the time. It's about the fact that now all my family and friends in Canada can watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and any premium live event so easily.
Yeah.
That's what I really cared about. And so, and now in the UK, it's the same. I mean, it's just being able to sit down and click one button and not have to
Mhm.
spend extra money the way that we did on all these cable packages and network television packages. This is easy. It's at the click of a button. It is right there on our fingertips. And I feel so lucky for that. So, you know what? As long as we keep it that way, 30 seconds, 30 minutes, I'll show out whatever, however much time I get.
That's awesome. So I'm very excited because and one thing, because Pat Laprade more than you know me, obviously, but I remember I was at WrestleMania last year, and I think or 2 years ago, crisscross with Pat, and sometimes when people talk with Pat, they don't obviously talk to me, but you took time to speak to me, and I was like, okay, she's a nice person. And then I saw you on social media, and you repost the fans, you reply to fans. Um, what makes you want to be so available, and how much does it take from within yourself? Because you're giving a lot of you to the fans.
And you know what? Don't get me wrong. There are times when it's been really, really hard. There are times when I've definitely faced some like negativity and stuff like that. But here's the beauty of social media. You don't have to read everything. You don't have
Mm.
to see everything. You can put your quality filters on. You can make it a positive atmosphere. And that's what I've tried to do. And that's why I just try to, like, if someone's taking the time out of their busy day to tweet me something sweet or to
Mhm.
repost something or to show me that they bought a t-shirt, the least I can do is like it. The least I can do is interact. The least I can do is show them that I see it. Because as a fan, I would have loved that. I would love to interact with my favorites. And I still do. I mean, my gosh, when I get someone famous that follows me, I get so excited, whether it's a reality TV star or someone that came to the show. It's exciting, isn't it? Show business is exciting, and I don't ever want to take that for granted.
So now you became the first United States Women's Champion. Now we see hey, you got that range going. I see you going to cinema. I see you going to TV show. What's next for Chelsea Green?
You know what? If I told you what's next, I'd have to kill you. But I also don't know what's next because I couldn't have guessed that this was next. And here it is. I have this beautiful championship. I'm just looking to keep it as long as I can. I'm looking to take it all the way to WrestleMania. I'm looking to kick Meechin's ass. And
Yeah.
then I'm looking to start something new. Like, just move on from Meechin, okay? And then I mean, who do we think should be
Dream.
next? Like,
Dream.
what I think my dream would be me versus Tiffy time. Loser
Oh.
leaves and winner takes all.
Oh. Hey, I'm gonna give you a little something. I'm gonna give you one. Because Elimination Chamber, it's in Canada. You're the Queen of Vancouver. There's a queen over there in Toronto. Come on now. You know who I'm talking about?
What? You know
Trish
what?
Stratus, come on.
I love me some Trish Stratus, but what about Natty?
Ooh.
What about Chelsea Green versus Natalia Neidhart for the United States? That's so ironic. For the United States Championship in Canada.
Look, I'm telling you, whatever it is, whoever represents Canada that day will be blessed and showered with love. Talk to me about, because the one thing, okay, I hope you're never gonna do again. Okay, that's my gripes against you. Please don't take that spot off the ladder to the table anymore. Come on, this is so risky. What goes through your mind when you know you're about to fall down and crash and burn?
Well, so many things. First of all, damn you, Tiffany. That went through my head as I was dropping. But I did used to do stunts in Canada. So I do feel comfortable with things like that, and I live for the reaction of the fans. So to me, I'm just chasing that reaction. I'm just chasing that reaction, and I got it, and I can't even tell you, like, it hurt going through the table, but the reaction from the fans, it's gonna live rent free in my head for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's true. But I'd say you get, because last year where Pat and I were doing a podcast about the Royal Rumble, and I said, "Hey, I want to raise my hand. The MVP was Chelsea Green. Nobody talked about Chelsea. Talked about Jade, about Nia, they talked about Bailey, but the MVP was Chelsea. You managed to steal moments of the Royal Rumble from people that showed up and Bailey that won. That's an art."
Hey, I've been doing this 10 years. Like, I know when I can steal a moment, and I know when it's other people's moment, and when I just need to step back and let them have a moment. And I think that is what wrestling's all about. It's about elevating yourself when you need to, stepping up to the plate, showing people you can go. And then when it's someone else's moment, like Tiffany's, you elevate them. And that was what I was doing for Tiffany at Money in the Bank in Toronto. I wanted that to be her moment. Nobody else needs to be in the ring with her. She needs that moment on top of the ladder by herself. All the glory, all the victory. But I'm going to get my in before.
Yeah.
I'm going to do me before. And that's same with the Rumble. It's not my moment. There's 30 girls. It is not my moment, but I'm going to make a moment for me. And then I'm going to quietly disappear into the backdrop.
The Rumble is coming, and Elimination Chamber is coming, and for me, those pay-per-views are, for me, probably my two favorites. We all love WrestleMania. It's gonna be in Vegas. Hopefully, we'll be there. It's gonna be exciting. Travis Scott, Fiend, everything, boom. But is there a pay-per-view or an event that's so under the radar that you're like, people should appreciate that event a bit more?
You know what? It's hard to narrow it down to just one, because I really feel like, we've got so many crazy ones. This year's Survivor Series in Vancouver was insane.
That's true.
I was sitting up in the box watching like a fan with Michael Bublé, and our mouths were like this the whole time. So I would say Survivor Series, but then also, like, Elimination Chamber is absolutely insane and has so much going on. Rumble, absolutely insane. I'm hearing rumors of, 30 to 40 women. That would be crazy. That would make
30 to 40?
Well, that's what the internet's saying. So you never know. I feel like WWE is always surprising us. So look, I'm just trying to keep this championship. Okay. So I would like it to be 10 women. But I'll take whatever.
We're almost done. So, listen, we get to do NXT, Pat and I, and we've never done NXT before. And we've watched the product, but we couldn't follow the product like we followed Raw or SmackDown in Canada. Now it's all on Netflix. We're very happy. And that division, that women's division over there, come on. So who in that division you'd want to face? And after I tell you who I want to see you again.
First of all, do you have all day? Because we got Julia. I need a rematch with Julia. I need a rematch with Rox. I need a match with Cora. I need a match with Stephanie. I need a match with Soul. I'm hoping that Jordan Grace ends up at NXT or WWE. Would love that. Honestly, I could keep going and going. I'm dying to work Kalani. Dying to work Jada.
My pick.
Jada and Kalani, they're already stars, but they're going to be insane when they come to the main roster. Obviously, I've worked Lash and Jakara. Would love to have another Lash and Jakara rematch. I could just keep going.
That's crazy, because you see how young they are? Can you imagine you at the same age in that pool of talent? That's crazy. Think about it.
I mean, insane. At that point in my career, I was just about to win the TNA Knockouts Championship. And
Yes.
when I tell you I had no clue what I was doing. These women are light years better than I was at that point. And they're so lucky to have the Performance Center in Orlando and have, Fit Finley and all these amazing coaches,
Yeah.
Sarah Amato, Norman Smiley, Robbie Brookside. I mean, they have the world at their fingertips, and I'm terrified to see what they're going to do and what they're going to take from us when they come to the main roster, because they're so incredibly talented, all of them.
Okay, now I took too much of your time. Now you need to go home and rest, because in 2 days we never know what's going on SmackDown. But I gotta end the interview because we need to speak about that one human, that one person that has your back since day one. And no, I'm not talking about Pat Laprade. No, not him.
Me?
I ain't talking. No, not you. I ain't talking about Matt Cardona. And no, not him. He got booed up my show. I'm talking about Piper Niven.
My
Talk
girl.
to me. Yeah, talk to me about, because she gotta be selfless and be a great teammate to be able to work with you in those situations, and
She is
sometimes
the
take that
selfless
background and
queen. And a lot of people don't know this, but we have a history. We lived together in Japan when we worked for
wow.
Stardom. She has taught me so much. Like, I can't even explain to you guys the knowledge that Piper has, because she's been doing this longer than I have. She's been traveling the world longer than I have. And she just like instills this confidence in me. She truly is one of the best humans, and I'm very, very, very lucky to have her as a partner and as my little spicy margarita, as my secret hervith. Hopefully this partnership continues in the way it has, but championships do crazy things to people. So
don't tell me that, right? Do not, please don't tell me that right now, please.
Not me. I'm normal, but
Okay.
other people.
Listen, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we'll be there in Toronto ringside to call your match. And I'm telling you right now, if we're ringside, I'm your interest. I'm a Jey Uso on the desk. I'm gonna do whatever Michael Cole is doing for Jey Uso.
You better be pledging your allegiance, honey.
Hell
And if you haven't
yeah.
if whoever has not got tickets, you better run to Ticketmaster.ca, because we in Canada, we're gonna sell out.
Home, Toronto, Rogers Center,
baby.
Chelsea Green, your first ever women's United States champion, and one heck of a great person. Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Thanks for having me.